Hi friends, happy Thursday. Welcome back to our read aloud for today. Today for our read aloud, we're going to read our last gingerbread story. We're going to read the story of The Gingerbread Girl. And this story is written by Lisa Campbell Ernst. As you can see, this little girl is also made of gingerbread dough. She's a gingerbread cookie, but she has different candies on her. So she has different details than the gingerbread cookies we've seen before. You can also see that she's standing on another character, an animal it looks like. Based on the stories that we've read of the gingerbread men and boy, what character do you think that is? As a reader, I'm thinking maybe a sneaky fox. I don't know. Let's go ahead. Oh, when I open the book, look at the back cover. Look what I see. It looks like a fox tail, so maybe we're correct. Let's see if our story ends the same as the other stories. This is the story of The Gingerbread Girl by Lisa Campbell. And here is where our story begins. You may remember the sad story of the gingerbread boy. He ran away from the lonely old woman who baked him, as well as many other hungry characters. His dash through life was ended in one greedy gulp by a sly fox pretending to help him cross a river. But this is the story of his younger, wiser sister. A full year had passed since the lonely old woman and the lonely old man had lost their gingerbread boy to the devious fox. They were even lonelier than before. "Let's bake again," suggested the old man one morning. "But what if the same thing happens?" cried the old woman. "I couldn't bear the loss." "Let's make a girl this time and decorate her with candies. Surely a sweet little girl wouldn't run away," answered the man. So they mixed up the dough, rolled it, and cut it out. They dressed it with as many candies as they could fit, completing the cookie with an amazing hairdo made of licorice whips. "She is sweet," gasped the woman as she slid the cookie sheet into the oven. While the lonely old woman and the lonely old man stood watch by the oven, they talked, remembering their gingerbread boy's short life. He never should have run away. He never should have trusted that fox. As the new cookie baked, her mind woke up and she heard everything they were saying. Sweet or not, she thought, things will be different this time. When it was time for the cookie to be done, the old woman carefully, ever so carefully, cracked open the oven door to peek. Uh-oh, what do you think's gonna happen? Let's see. And bam! Out jumped the gingerbread cookie, running towards the door. The little old woman screamed, "Stop, stop!" And the little old man came running, but the cookie was already out the door and headed down the same path that her brother had traveled. "Here we go," whispered the gingerbread girl. The man and the woman chased after her, but she sang, "I'll run and I'll run with a leap and a twirl. You can't catch me, I'm the gingerbread girl." As the gingerbread girl dashed along the path, she came to a group of farmers working in the fields. The aroma of fresh baked gingerbread caught their attention. "Wait!" the hungry farmers shouted and began to run after the gingerbread girl. She laughed and called, "Hey farmers, don't bother. Like my brother, I'm fast. Run all you want, but I've learned from the past. I'll run and I'll run with a leap and a twirl. You can't catch me, I'm the gingerbread girl." So the farmers are the next characters to chase her. Farther down the road, a pig came into view. As the gingerbread girl grew closer, her candy sparkled in the sunlight. The pig squealed with joy and tried to take a bite, but the gingerbread girl was too fast. She leaped over him, singing, "I can leap past Piggy like all of the others. This story will not end like that of my brothers. I'll run and I'll run with a leap and a twirl. You can't catch me, I'm the gingerbread girl." So now the pig's chasing after her. On down the path, she came upon an artist, a masterpiece good enough to eat. The artist whispered and reached out to scoop up the gingerbread girl. With some fancy footwork, the gingerbread girl zipped past laughing. I can outrun this artist like I outran the pig. I am one smart cookie, despite this wild wig. I'll run and I'll run with a leap and a twirl. You can't catch me, I'm the gingerbread girl. Farther along, the gingerbread girl passed a cow with her calf, who mooed happily. Mama, I want a cookie to go with my milk. But when the cow tried to catch the gingerbread girl, she soon found herself running behind, listening to the gingerbread girl call. Chase if you want, I'm faster than you, although you have 4 feet and I only have 2. I'll run and I'll run with a leap and a twirl. You can't catch me, I'm the gingerbread girl. Up ahead, a dog walker was crossing the path with the 3 dogs. The dogs barked happily, seeing a tasty treat headed their way. But as the gingerbread girl sped past, the group was soon in line with the others, hearing, "You're joining the chase? The more the merrier. But no one can stop me, not hound, not terrier." Those are types of dogs she's talking about. I'll run and I'll run with a leap and a twirl. You can't catch me, I'm the gingerbread girl. Now the path ran right past the school. The children were out for recess and feeling quite hungry. Shouts of "Cookie" were heard across the playground. The gingerbread girl waved to them as all joined the chase with the teachers, and the gingerbread girl sang, "I know that it's snack time and you want a sweet. Come follow along and you'll soon have a treat. I'll run and I'll run with a leap and a twirl. You can't catch me, I'm the gingerbread girl." So what do you think she meant right here? She said, come follow along and you'll soon have a treat. Do you think that she wants them to eat her? Ooh, let's see what happens. Uh-oh, we've seen this. Finally, the gingerbread girl came to the same river her brother had tried to cross. Who should be waiting but the same devious fox? Devious means sly, tricky. "Hello, my pretty," crooned the fox. "I was a friend of your brother's. It looks like trouble runs in the family. Do let me help you cross the river. Just jump onto my tail." The gingerbread girl shivered, then sang in nearly a whisper, "Do I have your promise for a safe ride to shore? You won't drop me or eat me, that's all I implore." The fox chuckled, "Ha ha, I promise, my sweet little tidbit." And the gingerbread girl gingerly climbed on the fox's tail. Uh-oh. Look at the fox's face and look at her face. The instant the gingerbread girl climbed on, the fox dove into the water, ready for a fabulous feast. "Oh, the water is so deep. Move to my back," he insisted, thinking this cute cookie was even not smarter than her brother. Anyone could tell by looking at her that she was an airhead. The gingerbread girl did what she was told. "That's a good little girl," the fox said with a snicker. "Oh my, the water is deeper. Now, move to my head." No sooner had he spoken those words than the gingerbread girl leaped to his head, pulling off a strand of her own leathery licorice hair. With the expertise of a ranch hand, she triple-looped it around the fox's snout and tied it off with a half-hitch knot. "You're right," she whispered in the fox's ear. "I am good." The fox snarled and struggled and strained, thrashing about, but the gingerbread girl hung on, turning him back toward the crowd. Riding the fox like a bucking bronco, the gingerbread girl whizzed past, singing, He'll run and he'll run with a leap and a twirl. Come follow me. I'm the gingerbread girl. So the fox didn't eat her. Why? She was so smart and did what? She took off her licorice hair and tied it around his snout so the fox couldn't eat her. And look at all the other characters cheering. The awestruck crowd followed all the way back to the lonely old woman and lonely old man's house. The gingerbread girl rode into the kitchen, secured the fox, and jumped onto the table. She measured and mixed with a leap and a twirl, singing, "I'll bake you some more. I'm the gingerbread girl." The old woman and man quickly joined in to help, having a hungry, happy house full to feed. From that moment on, of course, they were never lonely again. And what of the fox? Well, the gingerbread girl was eventually able to teach him some manners using gingerbread crumbs for treats. Most days, you could see them riding across the countryside and hear a small voice drifting into the breeze. We'll run and we'll run with a leap and a twirl. I outfox the fox. I'm the gingerbread girl. So there she is riding on the fox into the distance. And she trained him like you would train a dog with some treats. And guess what her treats were? Gingerbread cookie crumbs. So this is a story that's definitely different than the gingerbread man and the gingerbread boy, right? The gingerbread girl's smart. She starts thinking in the oven, ooh, I hear them talking about what happened to my brother. I'm not going to let that happen. So she outfoxed the fox. She outsmarted him. So in our mini lesson, we're going to talk about the order of that story because the order of our story is very important. The sequence is important in order for us as readers to understand what's going on. Great job today, friends. I hope you guys enjoyed all of your gingerbread stories. Those are fun ones to read around Christmas time. Maybe you even get to make gingerbread cookies at home. But be careful if you do. Make sure to not open that oven too soon, or else they might run away. All right, I'll see you tomorrow for your last Read Aloud.